Hi, welcome to the next edition of first edition of, the best decks in Pioneer throughout basically going down the gauntlet. So this week, I'm going to go ahead and do a different deck than the top deck, which is Rakdos midrange. Expect that next week, or Rakdos Demons. Since I have a short amount of time before I have to do a stream, we're going to go ahead and try out the second best deck in the format, which is Rakdos Prowess. See how this deck does in the current meta. And we have a list that came from a 5.0 dump, and I think it looks like it is the most optimal version of this deck. So that's the whole point of the series. We're going to go down from the best decks all the way down, based off meta percentages and stuff like that. And we're going to try them out in Arena and see how they actually perform, the play lines, and everything like that. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that publication so for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together. If you want to join the tournament family, go ahead and do it for Pioneer. Let's dive into the deck list. So the deck list comes out of MTG Goldfish. We have our Heroes, Swift Spears, Challengers, Screaming Nemesis, 3 Cell Swords, which is pretty common, 3 Mouses, which is also pretty reasonably common. Then we have 4 Kamanos. We have 3 Rages for a little bit of removal, the Monstrous Rage for ways to give trample, and Infuriate is a solid pump spell, and then we have 2 Fatal Pushes in the main, a couple more on the board. We have a couple claims to get back our heroes or whatever threat we want. Sideboard, we have some Claim the Firstborns for kind of the mirror and other aggro decks. We have Thoughtseize as a way to fight control mid-rangey decks. 3 Forges, also pretty good against mid-range and stuff like that. Alternative way to win the game. Probably can cut the Cell Swords there. They're more likely just to answer the threat before it actually gets to go off. We have 1 Cage, pretty good against Phoenix. Also pretty reasonable against Coco. We have 2 Feed the Sworn for enchantment removal. And a Hazard as a a threat that's hard to answer by most decks, like Rakdos midrange and stuff like that. So that's our deck we're trying out today. Let's see if this deck has what it takes to compete in the current Pioneer meta. We're definitely going to lead off with a hero. Say go. So they have a Phoenix, I should say. Pretty solid way, I guess, to go about it. It's probably Fires, if I had to guess. Because they typically are the only deck that I recognize that ever plays that. Okay, so it looks like they are Gary, probably Sultai. Now, this is a little tricky, but I'm going to go with the Manifold. Has the upside, the hero this turn. It might just eat a Fatal Push, but that's okay. Say go. Next turn, we could just hero. It might actually Challenger, depending if I draw a land. I think I want a Challenger. Give it Double Strike. Play the land, play a hero, say go. I think that's the correct line because then we get the most explosive line this turn. Basically, we could just vomit our entire hand. You just get a crew and attack. That's fine with me. He scoops it up. That was over. So against this mid-rangey pile, I actually don't think Fatal Push is all that impressive. Probably some Thoughtseizes instead. Maybe down a Rage, up Thoughtseize, down another Rage. We're gonna go up a couple Forges over a Cell Sword. We don't like that. Mana Confluence, Foolcraft. Okay. Play hero, say go. A Copter gets frisky. Take it. I could play the Mouse. Getcha. Yo. I think next turn I want to leave up Thoughtseize plus Infuriate. I'm taking my beats. Probably has a Fatal Push if I had to guess. Oh. He can Helping Hand that? That makes a lot of sense. We're going Thoughtseize. Take the Pyre. How do I do this turn and not die? So that way I don't have a Rage. Go. But I think I'm just dead. Go ahead and crew it. It's 5 treasures. Yeah, there's no way I could live. So, Forges was wrong. Rages are right. Thoughtseize also is wrong. Pushes seem right. We're on the play. Probably want Sellsword back. Flame. Probably not where I want to be. We're not like that. Alright, play come on out. Say go. So why is he playing the Sphinx then? I mean, they're not drawers by any means. Cool crafter. Pump. Shove. Play a Swiftbeard Goop. Magda, okay. Take my beats. A cutout. Play Kamano. Attack. Yep. Again, we don't have a Monstrous Rage, which would have really pushed us over the edge there. But we're so kind of head on board state now. There's no point attacking with this Swift Spear. Yep. Passes. So he has a mutable off. You can't really do much there. So I'm going to go ahead and swing out. You can turn on the Volt, block, Swifty. But that just sets you back. I'm going to do some land destruction. Got it. 1-0. Get into the next. Cliffs. Kamano. Say go. A hive. Play a Sellsword. I get a 3/3. Say go. Got a Fatal Bush. Looks like it. Okay. Waste not. So these Fatal Bushes are bad. Play Screaming Nemesis. Say go. Lily minus.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
By etching.
Sacrifices must be made.
Pump. Catch ya. Go. I don't want to bother with this Lily.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Perfect. Catch ya. Get rid of the Lily. That's fair.
Fine.
I could have definitely hit his face, but there was just a chance most likely he was going to just down tick the Lily. Attempt to attack you for 3. You could definitely turn on a hive. Got it. So push out. Rage out. Forge seems like it would be very hard for him to be able to answer. Some number of Thoughtseizes or Feed the Swarms could work. Creatures, he mainly has tokens. Zombies. But at the same time, Thought Seizing isn't terrible. Could cut the Nemesis up that one, not claim. One Feed the Swarm. Nah, let's just play Hazoret. I don't like that. So either I do Hazoret or I do Feed the Swarm. Which can answer if a Waste Not. Let's do that though. No Thought Seize, huh? Come on now, go. You just Waste Not? Sure. Play a hero, say go. Fatal Push. 2 to the face. Hero. Fatal Push, that works. Play go. Liliana. You minus?
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
5 damage.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Go ahead and pump. There you go. At least I know I'm not drawing a land this turn. Okay, Waste Not.
I'm tired of your secrets.
The issue is here, he's gonna minus the Liliana regardless. I think it's actually better for him to lose the Lily. I think. Yeah. Then it would be for him to lose a
One of
zombie.
your friends has to leave.
Now he just kind of cancels this out. Then we're taking 10. Okay. Run it back. You're gonna play Come On Out, say go. Play. Dang auto tapper. Ah, crap. Alright. Pump it. Got it. 2-0. Getting the next. Urborg. Thoughtseize? Sure. Take Challenger, I guess? Classic Thoughtseize. Just being the most broken card in Pioneer. I'm kidding, of course. Hero. Go. Opponent's like, man, I was not expecting that top deck. The Blade. Alright. Pump it. Play another hero. Go. Now he could play land, I guess, Annex. But that probably wouldn't be ideal. Tap land. Probably removal spell on the hero. Now that it's smaller. Alright, so we go ahead and play a Kamano. Attempt to shove. So take you down to 6, they go. So the question is, what is my best up draw? FOMO? I'm not too scared about a FOMO. A Blade. So if I target it, it becomes a 2/2, and then it does 4 to the face. I think I wait one more turn. Fable. Okay. That's not what I was wanting. Going to play Screaming Nemesis. That seems like a reasonable card to actually play and attack with. Because no matter how you block it, it's going to wreck your day. Go. So now I should be able to win. Thanks to Hero. If he doesn't have a removal spell, of course. Kills the Kamano. Okay. I would have reversed those two, to be honest. Right? Because you wanted to actually exile the mouse to prevent the 1 point of damage to the face. Instead of exiling the Kamano. I don't see any value playing it. We have like 1 turn to put something together. You should be untapping the Shaman to get an extra treasure. Please, 1 good card off the top. That ain't gonna cut it. I mean, I could cycle it, but I'm not doing it. We have Forge, Hazaret, no push, no rage, down the Nemesis, up Thoughtseize, run it like that. Knock myself Hero, say go. After thinking about it, probably wasn't correct to cut the actual 3-drop. Might have been correct to cut a pump spell. Because he does have just so much target removal. Play the Hero. Or the Swift Spear. Shove in there. Do I dare pump the Hero into a Fatal Push? That means this gets a 2-3. So I go. So he's saving his life total. There's definitely an argument I should have pumped the Swift Spear. But we shall see. Fable, okay. Definitely worse than an Annex, but still, it's... I mean, worse as in it's more threatening than a Annex, but I think I could get through that. Question is, can I push this to game 3? The Forge is probably what's going to have to do it. I mean, yeah, he could definitely kill my Swift Spear, but that's just a very minimal task, I think. He has to kind of get rid of the Forge. The Blade, that's fine. So I could definitely see an argument here that I should not sack this and deal another 2 to the face. And I should wait for a more damage output. So if I did that, like, I could get him down to 4. And then play a 3-3. Attempt to deal 2 to you. And play a 3-3. Say go. That should slow down to 2-2. And then, I mean, I'm making a free walk next turn with flying. I mean, with haste and trample. So, should be reasonable enough. There's an Annex. Turns on the Volt to get your 2 life. Alright, attacks me. I guess he doesn't even need to turn on the Volt, right? Because he has the Blade. Bomo. discards his other FOMO. A land is not what I'm looking for. I kind of have to attack here. That presents lethal. Okay, so it forced him to trade his reflection, which is actually a really big deal. But that's 5. Okay, I'm dead. The Volt plus, yeah. Oh. You have a Shield Druid? No, you just make a 6/6. Why not go for lethal? You had lethal opponent. But then again, I got nothing going on here. I can't cast. I mean, I can cast this, bring him to 7. This can't really attack through a 6/6 demon. But he should have just turned on the Volt and attacked. I mean, that would have been lethal. So it looks like we're gonna go 2-1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? I definitely think I made a mistake there. The Screaming Nemesis probably shouldn't have been cut. It probably should have been some sort of either pump spell or something else. Because Screaming Nemesis is kind of vital to stop Shieldred and the Annex. Besides that, like, it doesn't really matter. And often it's probably more often worse than a Forge in that matchup, which is why I did that. But I probably should not have done that. So, but overall, the deck is just really strong. Like, you don't have to try. I shouldn't say that. You do have to have like a bit, an understanding of the play pattern. So once you get enough rifts in with the deck, it should be really good. And you should be able to take a decent win percentage. I would say, I wouldn't expect 67, percent, right? That seems pretty reasonable, 60 to 67. So you should probably win about 3, maybe 3 out of, maybe like 6 out of 12. No. But like, I would think you'd be like between 60% to 67%, which is 2/3 of your matches. But overall, I think the deck is pretty good. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this list. Like I said, it's not my list. A lot of these things for the series, for this one and probably the other one, where I guess some of them may not be my list, but some of them probably will be. Regarding the porting a standard deck over to Pioneer, there's kind of already one example of Esper, so I will probably use that. Since I'm not a huge Esper fan, or I shouldn't say expert, so I'm probably going to lean on that. But for the most part, there'll be my original brews for those 2 series. This one's most likely good. I'm going to just look through all the best results for this particular archetype and deck, and pick the deck that I think is actually the strongest variant, and then play that. So that way you have the most optimal deck right out of the gate to play competitive Magic with. So next week we'll be going to Rakdos Demons. Then we'll probably hit Incarnation after that. So come back for all that as we go around the world of Pioneer.